from South Africa. It's good to see all of you again at this time of the night, and it's good morning to other places. Good day, good afternoon. Hello again. The time is 23:12 p.m. South African time, or 11:12 p.m. South African time. The day today is the 15th of the 6th month, 2018. I greet you all again, and thanks for all those who attended our earlier live stream broadcast, and for all your contributions, sharing, and testimonies. It is all appreciated from this live stream. And thank you again. And also thanks to the admin for all the updates and all the materials that are being forwarded to the blog, since this is important to each and every member of this community. And today it has been a very hectic day, busy day, almost not all TBCians, but the engaged fellow TBCians. And we discussed a lot earlier about leadership. And then today our heading here is saying the next 5 months. Okay. Why did I name this live stream with this heading? It was after I've shared and with quite a number of in this community that what will happen from here, since some of the stakeholders did not manage to redeem, and some they're saying it has closed early, and some they expected the admin to extend or give us another time on top of what they've already how can I put it? Okay, on top of what they've already extended. So they expected the admin to redo it again. So it was not possible because we will end up moving back and forward, not knowing exactly where we are going. But since this community is growing with new developments, of course, we must keep the ball rolling. We have a lot to do, and of course, we are behind with many things. But currently, since most of us have in this community with its admin, the admin is currently working on something, and we know that they are really concerned about this community, irrespective of the naysayers or attacks or whatever negative things people may say about it. But we have a grand mission here with, of course, good leadership, good mission, and good education platform where we obtain almost every answer. That is why we encourage everyone to go through that blog and read through always, because it is the only place where we can source out pure, secure information, not browsing the information or answers from other social medias, or we know FB, for instance, or private WhatsApp chat groups or Telegram groups and things like that. Let me tell you something. With TBC system, whether we interpret it negative or whether we are trying, or whether we try to defraud it, or not invade, but to, let's say, whether we try to invade the system, the way other people expect it to be. The movement of the people, okay? People who are already involved with TBC, I mean the stakeholders, okay? It belongs to those people. So it cannot be stolen, and it cannot be duplicated, okay? Because it's far completely different from any other program around the world. It's actually operating that if one is interested to become a part of it, then that person will go through some materials, TBC education, and get about where exactly then if one does not my fellows, the network or the signal became so weak, so I got cut off. My fellows, My apology for that. The network or the signal. My apology for that. Let's get into it. Sorry. We had an interim weak signal, but we are back again. Sorry for that. Yeah. Today, there's some technical breakdowns, weak signal. Even during Randy's live stream, we had a first part and we had a second part, which is called part 2. Something was happening, not just me, TBC Revolution and others. Something is going on. But anyway, here we are again. So I don't know, shall I declare this one as part 2? I don't know. And thanks again for our viewers. And we were just beginning to get into the deep subject about how other people approach the billion coin. So we were on the point whereby we wanted to discuss and share something based on when one comes on board in this community. Do they come in with an understanding or what? Okay. Because in an interim of our discussion before one joins TBC or after they've joined TBC, you will listen to some questions, and then as you are listening to these questions, you'll begin to understand that some of our community members didn't understand what they're getting into. Some they do. Okay. Now, we need to be prepared in both ways. Meaning, you must also expect the negative questions. But most of these negative questions, there are answers already from the blog. So that is why sometimes we don't need to answer those questions, because already they've been answered in the blog. Okay. What I'm trying to say is that we don't have to exhaust our time and energy about certain things. If answers are there, then we will forever refer people to the blog to get those answers, because we are not bound to give answers whenever it suits other people. But we also work with a system. System involves a lot of things, time frame and other things. So considering that as soon as we exhaust our time, it's going to affect our developments or what you're supposed to be building at that time. So we are not being difficult or funny, but most of us, we've been long with TBC, and we have been learning from day one after we joined TBC in 2016 to date. So it is not going to be easy for others to understand that we are not serving individuals within the Billion Coin community, but we are serving TBC community. So at the end, every member of this community must be catered for, not individuals. No one is special within this community, and no one is better than the other, irrespective of gender or color or whatever. TBC is one, and we all know that globally. And TBC, it's not South African or Nigerian or Philippines or something. But TBC, it's global. Currently, as we speak, you go to membership, you will see that TBC is all over the world. So we need to be clear when we present ourselves that when we say globally, exactly what are we talking about? And secondly, on that as well, our leadership globally, they have much respect for this community, for each and everyone, irrespective of what. But at the end of the day, there will be those who are disrespecting TBC leadership. Remember, it starts from the admin all the way down, right? So if someone says, I'm not disrespecting our admin, I'm only disrespecting an individual, what exactly are you saying? Are you really in this community to take instructions that will benefit yourself and the rest of the community? Or are you in this community to disrupt because of your personal problems? Maybe one has some financial constraints from home or from the family. Now they're looking for a place where they can dump that frustration. That is not how we work within this community. Please make a note in capital letters. We are not going to serve individuals in this community. We will forever serve the interest of the entire community, meaning all members of this community. Now let's get into the heading of this live stream. What does it say? The next 5 months. Yes, my fellows, I feel for those who did not redeem today, but you're not out, you are in. Even better, than some of us who have redeemed, they've redeemed less, but you can make a very big difference for the next 5 months. And it's very easy. A day and a half ago, I had a part 1 and then part 2 of cookies slash Kringles live stream broadcast. If you can replay that and check the article that I was sharing with you guys, the independence thoughts very interested initiative. If you categories is because the only way yourselves in the whole be if you fear one or something, the page or the in face. So replay and listen exactly. You will see that how much abundance it's okay. It is entirely up to you that you do something about this opportunity for the next 5 months. There will be other developments from the admin, of course, because the admin has already created a vast wealth for this community. So there are so many opportunities, that there are so many. We have seen a number of testimonies now lately. In Cameroon, one of the clinics has accepted TBC as a form of payment, you know. So go through that article, also a video in the blog. It will take you through and see how other committed members of this community present the billion coin. Anyone can do that. Last but one, every country can make a difference with TBC. We've just discussed about Cameroon, the clinic testimony. Another country will come up with something else. South Africa will come with something else. Philippines will come with something else. Nigeria will come with something else. You know, but at the end of the day, we will be heading for the same for the same goal. Okay, but in different approaches. Okay, or in a different approach. Okay. Now, like I said, there's much within this community. So in Southeast Asia, some of the countries, they really demonstrated that TBC can be exchanged for automobiles, gadgets, shops, lodges, land, properties, and etc. And we know that each and every country has those people. We have those minds. But as soon as someone starts saying, we need to consult with those countries and find out how do they do things in order to be in that state. Fine, you can consult with those countries. But now the question is South Africa the same with the Philippines or Nigeria? The strategies they used over there, is it going to work here? Or the strategy South Africa used, is it going to work in the Philippines? We need to ask ourselves those things. And then once we have been forwarded those strategies, Are we going to apply it, and is it going to work in South Africa? And are you certain that is going to work, or you are seeking that information for yourself? Those are the questions we should be asking ourselves. Why I'm saying this, when we started in this community, 2016, early 2016, we went on and on towards the end of 2016. By then, there were already challenges. A number of exchangers, third parties, came on board promising heaven and earth. Some of them, they even charged good amounts to those who fell into those traps in the name of TBC. Where are those exchangers today? And where are those people today? Haven't some of you learned that why we have a disclaimer? Are you better than the scammers? The only right source of information is the TBC education blog. I don't know about any apart from the one I've just mentioned. Every country, they have their own way of doing things. They have their own problems. They have their own approach into things. But at the end of the day, during the live stream, sharing, getting ideas, as TBCians, we share to get ideas, then we implement within our countries. We must make a difference from where we are. Then if we can make a difference from where we are, it will be easy for us to make a difference outside our borders. But if someone hasn't even started within his own country or her own country, please, guys, if you are a lazy millionaire or billionaire, wherever you go, you will be forever a lazy millionaire, lazy billionaire. That's it, whether we like it or not. Start building from where you are, make a difference. There are communities around the globe. TBC is global. Yes, there has to be testimonies. There has to be testimonies like this in order for most of us to learn that we have to stand up and do something. We cannot expect a situation whereby people will be accusing our loving admin for their own gains or interest every day. We are sick and tired of those things. Stand up and do something from where you are, because many have tried from 2016 to this day, and they're still trying, but you cannot defraud TBC system, because there was never, ever a system like this one before. So please, let's understand each other on that one. So now, for the next 5 months, you have a chance, an ample time to do something, to make a change. I hope that will be enough for today. And then I will inform you about my tomorrow slot, and we'll take it from there. For all of you who have joined us today, thank you again. There's much in the blog. Let's share. Let's touch base. description box, there is a website there. If you want to touch base with me, you can touch base, and there's also an email there. And thank you again for your times and for your for joining us. And your time is important to each and every one of us. And thank you all. And I love you all, my fellow TBCians around the globe, not just in my country. And I'm looking forward to share with you and join your live streams. And bye for now.